Hello everyone, welcome to Tommy Rock Guitar Talk, Episode 1. We're going to go over the instructions on a guitar and how it works. You've got your strings. This is in natural tuning, E to E, like that. E, A, D, G, B, E. That's how it sounds opened. You got the nut, which is the nut for the machine head and all your tuning pegs. And your frets, you're marked 1, 3, 5, so on and so forth. We're not going to go past 5 because this is number 1. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of open chords and how to go back and forth between them and get yourself situated with being able to play a guitar and be able to switch back and forth between chords on exercises easy enough. Because there's your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, straight on through, just like that. So you've got your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I'll show you those open chords, the minors, the sevenths, and everything else like that in the future. But what I want to do is I want to show you index finger, always index finger, the A, right here, you'll see A, second string, is your root note. Underneath that, behind the second fret, behind fret number 2, in between these two right here, 1, 2, 3, just like that, leaving that open. Remember to bend your wrist good and clear, so you can clear all the strings. You don't get like that. You get straight on through. You got A, and then some of you know D, like that. And then you've got E, which a lot of people, as their first chord they learn, which is straight on through all 6, behind the second fret, middle finger, ring finger right below, second fret, first fret, behind the first fret is the index finger. And one of the things I got to show you is how you tune. You find out where your natural E is. There's your octave right there. And behind the 5th fret all the time, right here, but the 4th string, 4th fret. And then you've got, so they go like this. And then you can hit your A. Now the reason I'm going to show you A, D, is because a lot of country songs and rock songs are written from that, But instead of getting busy with the rhythms on the right hand, just remember to go right through these. And what I do is I think in my head and space it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you get through E, A, and D. That's just one of those exercises I'd like you guys to go over. A, D, E, A, D, A, D, A. Like that. In any direction, like if you want to go, they all fit like that. That way you can learn going back and forth between those 3 chords and just learning your right hand strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you can get through it. Now, I was talking with a few people at the spring, or the fall summit this last October at the MRC Fall Summit. And they were having trouble going back and forth between certain chord changes, so I told them about G, which a lot of people know, behind the 3rd fret. Well, there's the cheat, behind the 3rd fret, thumb. That's what Willie Nelson does for a G. It's called a cheat G, or a Willie Nelson G is what I learned to call it. But you got ring finger, middle finger, and then your index finger behind the 2nd fret. Now the reason I'm showing you G and also C, which is 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, which is your 2nd, your 3rd, well, your 2nd, your 4th, and your 5th, down that way, because high note is always considered the 1st string. Your low E is always considered your 6th string. So you're like this, like this. That way you get those done, your hands, you build your muscle memory to be able to do that back and forth between those two chords, which is actually pretty tough. We'll get to barred chords and little things beyond that later on. But anyways, here's the 6 minutes that I had to give you your first lesson on the guitar. Thank you very much. This is Tommy Rock Guitar Talk, signing out. All right, welcome back to Tommy Rock Guitar Talk. This is episode 2. People ask me a lot of times about how certain guitars get their blues sound, rock sound, things like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show people on the guitar here little 2-note shots. They call power chords, 2 and 3 notes, power chords basically, and how they work to create blues, blues rock, things like that. And what people need to know is, of course, like I showed in the first lesson, anything behind the finger to the nut, like right there, I'm on the A string, 2nd fret right there. You can hit that like that for your E power chord, but anything beyond, it's going tink, tink, tink. You won't hear that on this side. So you've got A or E, then you got A, just one step down, then you got D, because that goes along with what I had showed earlier with the EAD thing. And then you've got your blues, which between the 2nd fret and the 4th fret, yeah, don't try moving back and forth like that. Give yourself the chance to be able to, you're gonna learn in time to get your hand strength up, but you'll be able to do like the blues. You'll be able to like that. You can even learn with your right hand to mute the strings from this end, resting your hand right there, and then you get it more of a chunky, like a low sound. To simplify it, always 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So you'll be able to do a lot of things that that you can go for learning the blues, because the blues is like going up through from your like this. Just using the natural shape of your hand and the fretboard to learn to go back and forth between them, so you're not overworking yourself. You don't have to push too hard. You don't have to strum too hard. Just work at it nice and slow. See? Tommy Rock done a bad thing, gave a bad guitar lesson. And you'll learn how to do that over time, and it becomes natural. It becomes muscle memory afterwards. And you'll be able to converse and get easier with it. I got friends of mine that can play crazy complicated stuff and still carry on a conversation like I can here. They're just technically way better. I'm just a jack of all trades. Just a master of none. Just giving some beginning and intermediate instruction. And I hope you enjoy this, because this is Tommy Rock Guitar Talk signing off. Thank you very much. Here's Tommy Rock Guitar Talk back for a third run. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you more lessons with the pick. Hold the pick. Some people do differently. Some people hold them like this. I've seen metal guitarists hold like that because you can get some real fast picking in that way. Standard for strumming and flat picking, like that. Just kind of make a cross with your finger and thumb, like that. Pop it right in there, just like that. Now what I'm going to show you is strumming patterns. It'll still be the same EAD that I started you out with, which you know these. Right there. I'm going to have pictures and everything like that for each chord and everything in between tutorials just to bring them up. Anyways, what I'm going to show you today is strumming patterns. You got up, down, up like this. That's a 4 count. See, like that. So think about it right there. That's down, up. That's 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's down, up, down, up. Now, you'll learn other ways for the, say for the E chord, you have down, just strumming through, and then there's, like I showed you with the blues, right here, a little bit of pick control. This is pick control 101 for what I showed you for the blues. Right there. These 2 strings alone. Don't have to strum through them like that. Just and I hope that helps you out with the pick control. So it's simple like that, okay? Alright. The second part of strumming is what I'm going to show you for like some old country, like you got your Waylon Jennings and stuff like that. Hitting the, learning to control your pick. You can watch yourself at first, but it'll become natural, so you can just look away from it and focus on the other things you're doing with the song, with whatever you're playing for strumming. It goes like this. Because there's a song I taught my cousin Jeff. It was the first song he ever learned to do, which is from this. What I showed you for the chords for E and A. So I showed you. I don't know how it's going to work on copyright, any of the other legalese that may come out. So this can be removed if it has to be. Just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. All you ever saw been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. Like that. And that's how the Dukes of Hazzard ballad, the Ballad of the Dukes from from the 80s hit. You know, I mean, we had some Waylon Jennings and all that. We had good old Balladeer. And that's my generation. But that's how the songs come together. So... just like I showed with that, there's the rock kind of sound like R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA. Rockin' in the USA. So there it is. It's all just like that. And that's how it works. But remembering to use this low pick control and holding your pick like that. The timing comes in time. And I hope you enjoy that. And I hope this helped you learn more. This is Tommy Watt, the Talk Talk, signing out.